Hello everyone and welcome to another Easterly video. What we are going to do in this video is I just wanted to show you guys something called OpenCode. Now you might have heard about what is Claude code. So you might have seen, if I just search for Claude code over here, you might have seen Claude code is something that is given by Anthropic, and it uses the Claude model, which is with Anthropic, and then you have to get the subscription and all of that stuff, right? You can get it, but you need their subscription. You need to pay them money, and there's like a $20 plan, there's a $100 plan, and there's also a $200 plan. And a lot of people see this as a barrier to get started. You can also just use VS Code, and VS Code now has GitHub Copilot. You can try Cursor, you can try Anti-Gravity, and there are a lot of tools out there. But nothing beats the spirit that is open source. So I just wanted you guys to like see this open source competitor to Claude Code, which is what we call Open Code. Now, OpenCode is something that is, I think, personally just amazing. Now, OpenCode is once again a TUI, which is a terminal UI. It's a terminal-based editor. There's also a desktop app available. I wouldn't call it an editor. It's just a way to interact with your model. But I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. And what we are going to do right now is we are going to go through, how it works and how you can get it set up. Now, what we are going to use with OpenCode is something called Ollama. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Aman, isn't Ollama something that you use for like your local models to download the local models? And that's correct. You can use Ollama. You can download Ollama. You can set it up on your system. And once again, depending on what system you use, Mac OS, Linux, Windows, whatever I'm going to show you today works on all the different systems, and that's fine. It might require a bit configuration here and there, but mostly you should be fine. Now, Ollama is kind of a software which helps you run these models, but it helps you run them locally. So you don't have to send anything to the server, and you can just run models locally. And there are a lot of models. You can see there's Quen, there's Translate Gemma, there's GLM 4.7 Flash. But the issue is these models are really, really, really big models, right? So, for example, if I were to say, take something like, let's just take something realistic, say DeepSeek V3.1. Now, DeepSeek V3.1 is a 671 billion parameter model. If you check it over here, that's billion, like with a B. That's a lot, right? And if you were to actually open it, you would see that it takes around 404 gigabytes. Like that is a lot. Like if you could see over here, 404 gigabytes, that's a lot. Now, I don't even have that much storage, but if you think about it, and I'm pretty sure it's not a mixture of expert. Is it mixture of expression model? What I'm trying to say is it would require around minimum 400 or 500 gigabytes of RAM to even get this started. Now, what the solution that I'm trying to show you today, it has nothing to do with how much RAM you have in your system. And I think that's amazing. So Ollama has something called Ollama Cloud. Now, that is their service that they provide where you can just use these models on Ollama's cloud without paying much money. Now, once again, it is a paid thing. So if I go to my settings over here, and if I check billing, now I haven't paid anything. I haven't given the subscription. I'm on the free tier plan. But let me tell you why the free tier plan is more than good enough for you guys. So okay, let's get started. The first things first, what you need to do is go to opencode.ai. Once again, opencode.ai. Go to this website, and all you need to do is just copy this curl command. Now, if you're on Windows, my suggestion would be just use PowerShell for this, or just use a terminal, Windows terminal, go to PowerShell, and the curl command should work fine. If it doesn't work, what you can do is you can also use npm if you want, and that should be fine. If you don't want to do any of that, you can just click on download now button, and you can just download the desktop app that exists over here. And once again, as I said, there are many, many, many different options. However you want to deal with it, my suggestion is you don't need the desktop app. Excuse me, we just go ahead with the terminal one. So I'm going to copy this, go to my terminal. Now I already have it, so I'm going to paste it. It's not going to do anything. It might just update it. But I already have OpenCode in my system. I don't need to do anything. Oh, it's updating to a newer version, whatever. Okay, so let's just make sure, hey, the update is done and now it's good to go. So this is how it might look like, and I have it downloaded. Now, what is the other thing that I need? Well, what I need to do is I need to go to ollama.com. Okay. So Ollama, you just search for it on Google. It's going to show up. And what you need to do is click on the sign in button or sign up button. And you can just sign up using your Google account, your GitHub account, whatever. I have signed up using my own personal, by email, own custom domain, doesn't really matter. And then what you need to do is you need to go to settings. Once you go to settings, and if you go to your keys, first and foremost, what you will have to do, obviously, is go to your terminal, and you also need to download Ollama. Now, I am not sure if OpenCode might require Ollama locally, but hey, whatever. We're gonna also download Ollama as well. So you might just go to ollama.com, make an account, download it over here. So this is going to download it for your system. On Windows, it might be a little bit different, but you just install it. Once it is installed, what you need to go do is go to your terminal, type Ollama sign in, and then that will get you through the entire process of just signing into everything, and that's about it. Like, you can deal with that stuff later. I'm not gonna do it, but that's it. You can just sign in, and that's that. Now, what you are going to do is go to settings over here. All right. Go to keys. And over here, we are going to create a new API key. Now, we can also create device keys. Device keys is something that, as I said, you can just type Ollama sign in, and they will automatically just work out. You don't need to do anything. But what we are going to do is we are going to use API. So if I click on add API, now what I've done is obviously, if I make sure that my API is public on everyone, that means you guys can also use the API. This is a test account. I'm going to delete my API, but whatever you generate, make sure you keep it safe. You save it because it's not going to show up again. So what I'm going to do is I'll just write testing for YouTube, generate the API key, and this is the API key. I'm going to just save it for now. Uh, as I said, make sure you save it. That's it, because it's view only, and yeah, if it is gone, it's gone. You might have to come here and create another API key. But hey, whatever. You can also use this API key in other programs. If you want to write your own Python script, you can do that. But hey, that is not the point. Copy the API key, go to your terminal, and well, technically, because you have open code already, let me just try to increase the size. Okay, because you already have open code, what you're going to do is I'm going to already have, so I already have a folder in project. So I'm going to go to my YouTube folder. So you can see this is inside my projects folder inside YouTube. And at the moment, it doesn't have anything. So inside this folder, what I'm going to do is just type open code. By the way, yeah, it doesn't have anything. It's empty. I'll just type open code, hit enter. And then I'm going to have this very nice, beautiful interface. And I already have like my Ollama Cloud set up, but there are two different modes that first of all you need to know about. So there's a build mode and then there's a plan mode. But before we get into that, let me teach you how you can, like set up the model and stuff. So first and foremost, if we need commands, I can just do slash and I can just type model. Or another option is I can just do control P. Depending on what system you're using, the command might be different. On my Mac OS, it gives me Control P, but on Linux or on your Windows, it might be something else. Over here, I can just write switch model, hit enter, and then I need to click on Control A because I need to connect to a provider. So Control A, and my provider in this case is going to be Ollama Cloud. Now, it could be other things. They already provide you the free version, which is OpenCode Zen. Like, you can just use them, and it's free. You can do all of that, but I'm going to use my Ollama Cloud, hit enter, and then I'm going to paste my API key that I got from Ollama, hit enter, and now it is connected. Now I will have a lot of models over here in Ollama Cloud. There's like literally a lot of models, but what I would suggest you should use, if you want something that is equivalent to Claude code and is really good with tool calling and all of that stuff, my suggestion for now, also Gemini 3 Flash and Pro is only available if you pay Ollama $20. We are not paying anything. We are not going to use them. My suggestion is use GLM 4.7. This is one of the most best open source models that exist currently. You can also use Kimi K 2.5 over here, but the issue is Kimi K 2.5 is not that good with tool calling. It is really nice if you want to just talk to the model back and forth. but it is not that good. Minimax 2.1 is also amazing. My current favorite and my personal favorite is GLM 4.7. So that's what I'm going to use. I can just, control F to like favorite the model and hit enter. And now I have selected that model. Now, if I hit tab, you can see plan mode, build mode. I keep on changing this part. So like plan, build, whatever. So in plan mode, the OpenCode CLI won't have access to creating files. So it is not going to do anything. It is not going to use any command which might write anything to your system. And if you use build mode, it's going to write files to your system. Now, once again, you can do a lot more fun stuff. I'm going to start with just an MCP. So if I just do MCP, I can actually use a lot of MCPs if I want. If I have any MCPs, I can use them. Maybe in the future video, we'll talk about MCPs, but I'm like, what, 2 years late to this trend, but hey, whatever. But what you can do over here is, first of all, go in plan mode. And let's say I ask the model something like, help me create I'm just going to use a snake game in a web app that can be run with the most minimal setup. Uh, I think I have Node. I'm just going to confirm if I have Node. Yeah, I have Node. Okay. Uh, Using Node or something like that in server, and it has to be fast and quick to make minimal changes. Okay, so what I've done is I've given it like, okay, hey, why don't you go and plan this thing? And so it's going to figure out, okay, hey, doing this, and it checks, okay, it's an empty directory, and now it is essentially planning. I know my face is in the way. I'm not sure if I can move my face. Oh, I can. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, hey, it says, okay, hey, ready to go. So what I'll do is I'll hit tab again. So now we are in build mode. Now I'm just going to say, go for it, be quick, whatever, and we'll give it a few seconds. I'm assuming it's just going to create a JavaScript type thing. Because we asked it to do something simple. You can also ask it to work on Python. You can also ask it to work on a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be just programming. You can just ask it to do tasks. So you can just say, hey, why don't you help me clean up all these screenshots I have on my desktop? I need to organize my files. Why don't you help me, etc., etc., etc. And it will do that. It will help you out with that. And I think that is amazing, right? One word of warning, because you are running these models on your system, they might just, you have to be careful, right? Now they're not going to just start randomly deleting stuff, but you have to be very mindful of the project folder that you are in. So if I'm inside this folder, anything that is inside this folder, you have to assume it is fair game. Like there's a very good chance the things might be deleted. Like the model might hallucinate, rm-rf command, and it will just wipe everything out. So be mindful of those things. But hey, whatever. Okay, so now what I need to do is just write do node server.js. Let's see if the node files are here. Okay, node server.js, hit enter, and now it's available on my local host. So let's just go and verify that. Okay, game over by default. Okay, thanks. Space. Wow, okay. Clearly, I was snake game doesn't work for some reason. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm glad it doesn't work. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and let's say copy the screenshot. And what we're gonna do is go to terminal, go over here, and maybe try to paste the screenshot over here. I'm not sure if it's gonna work in OpenCode. It does work all the other times, but hey, whatever. The game does not work for some reason. It was already game over by the time I opened it. Put some effort. Take your time. Sure. Hey, maybe we shouldn't hurry the AI bot to, do everything in a quick, hurry manner. Okay, I see the issue. The game starts immediately. Detects collision because the snake head doesn't move, but still checks against its own body. Okay, rookie mistake. That's fine. Okay, let it rewrite it. Sure, give it a second. Wait, so I could have just done space and then started moving. Like, if I could move it within like 1 millisecond, it should have been fine. Who knows? But like, it's rewriting stuff. We can see it was rewriting. Uh, it wrote some Chinese character instead of snake. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, just rerun the server. Go back over here, and yeah, hey, we have a snake game, and it works. Imagine, like, before some years, if you had to make this, you would have to go to like a lot of different classes. You would have to do a lot of different things. But hey, now with the power of AI, you can just create these things. You would have to go and Stack Overflow to like steal someone's code. Imagine. And now you can just ask your AI to steal someone else's code, and you can just start creating stuff. But hey, yeah. Also, sorry, I am kind of distracted playing the game. But yeah, okay, hey, whatever. 100 score. Perfect. So yeah, quick and dirty tasks. You can do a lot. Sky's the limit. Maybe in a future video, what we're going to do is maybe we'll go through a lot of different things that we could do with this. Maybe I'll show you how I control my WhatsApp chat and how I control my Signal chat just using OpenCode because I have an MCP server for that. And you can do a lot of cool stuff. You can ask it to search the web. So I can just say, can you give me the weather for Ahmedabad search? And maybe it just goes away and makes a search, and it's going to search it, right? So it's just doing, hey, web fetch, get me this website, get me Ahmedabad, whatever. So it can do a lot of things. It can go and fetch documentation. It can do git clone, whatever. As I said, sky is the limit, and hey, 24 degrees kind of matches up with what I see over here. But hey, whatever. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I hope you like this type of video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.